Welcome back to the Cabal Wannabe Show. We're going to jump right into this show with spoilers. Up first is Karn the Release. That's having casting cost Planeswalker for a set loyalty of 6. Planeswalker Karn plus 4 loyalty gets you target player exiles a card from his or her hand. Minus 3 loyalty gets you to exile target permanent, and minus 14 loyalty gets you set aside all non-aura permanent cards exiled with Karn, then restart the game. Then put all cards set aside this way onto the battlefield under your control. Very big effect, but the man looks like a cow in this image. Whenever Wizards creates a new game effect, it has to be watched very, very carefully. But nonetheless, I am still psyched for it. Still hoping they print a legendary Karn of some sort. That's not a Planeswalker, but is in fact a creature, so that we can be sitting with the guy in combat and not just letting him sit there like an or glorified enchantment. Norn's Annex. Creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control unless their controller pays a white mana or 2 life for each attacking creature. This is of course our prelude into the new mana type of paying 2 life instead of a mana. The Phyrexian mana apparently stands for either the color it's on or 2 life. So in this case, Norn's Annex is 3 white, or 3 2 life and 2 life, which is 4 life, or 3 a white and 2 life. There are lots of cards with this Phyrexian mana on it, and it's kind of interesting. I was expecting another color like the purple mana we so desperately want, but I guess we'll have to stick with this. It's kind of cool regardless. It is cool. It's not kind of cool. It is cool. Phyrexian Unlife, 2 and a white enchantment. If you don't lose the game for having 0 or less life, as long as your life total is 0 or less. Sources that deal damage to you have Infect. So it stops you from losing the game until you actually start taking an R10 damage, in which case you got. Kind of reminds me of Transcendence from that long ago set, but it's not Transcendence, and it is pretty interesting. The nice thing about it is you only get the 1 white in the casting cost, so it's very splashable. Phyrexian Chancellor is a quadruple black 5/5 horror creature. It is mythic, and it does have trample. Whenever a source deals damage to Phyrexian Chancellor, that source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. So it's a reverse Phyrexian Negator, except it's really strong, costs more mana, and is definitely, you have to play black to get it. It's not going to stop you from polymorphing it out though. It is awesome. I like the throwback artwork too. I'm a fan. What can I say? Chancellor of the Furnace is a 7 casting cost giant, because we have tons of giants in the game these days for some reason. 5/5 rare. If it's in your opening hand, you may reveal it. And at the beginning of your first turn's upkeep, you get around 1 red goblin creature token with haste onto the battlefield. And when you play it, when it enters the battlefield, you get X 1/1 red goblin creatures with haste onto the battlefield, or X's number of creatures you control. So, kind of like if you can get all those goblins to deal damage right away, this guy can deal quite a bit of damage once he gets played. But 7 mana for a 5/5, I don't care if it is a giant, that's still a high cost. Urabrask the Hidden, 3 red, that's 5 casting cost 4 for Praetor. It is mythic. Creatures you control have haste. Creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Not sure how that plays in the red's flavor, but it does somehow, probably because it's mythic. Not really psyched about this one except for the possible storyline implications. 5 mana for a 4/4 that doesn't die to lightning bolt in standard. It might be worth it, especially if it's got haste. It might be pretty cool. I'm a fan. Next. Ultra Pro is making these awesome new sleeves and deck boxes. I'm a fan. I'm not a fan. I just generally use the box the cards came in to carry them around in. But these don't look very dark and brooding. I'm not sure how they relate to Phyrexia except for Elish Norn on the cover. Either way, I'm probably going to buy it because I'm a fan. Savor the Flavor, or whatever Wizards of the Coast calls it these days. I previewed some artworks and the world of new Phyrexia and getting to know that world. And they gave us a couple of new artworks. I'll have a link to the bottom, or to the website, the sub bar below. And you guys should definitely check it out if you're into the flavor at all. There's some artwork from the article. And super awesome fun time news, MTG Commander is coming out. We're getting 5 pre-constructed decks for those of us that aren't following along, like myself. And there's a total of like 50 some new cards between all 5 of the decks. And they're looking pretty good. Let's take a look at some of these front cover cards. We can see each one has 2 preview cards we haven't seen before, except for the one that was originally previewed, which is that goofy looking guy in the middle. So this first one, we have some sort of really cool looking ooze guy. It's got like dinosaurs and owl heads going on. Just based on the artwork alone, doesn't look terrible. Some sort of cool Minotaur monk dude in the red white, I forget what their color is, but yeah, Minotaurs usually suck anyway, so yeah. But then we have a fungus commander as well. It's like they're just shooting for every creature type: ooze, Minotaurs, and fungus. They give us Kobold, and I'm gonna flip. The guy in the far left of the top one looks like a land guy, which usually looks pretty cool. Like Stalking Stone's cool. I'm kind of eager to see what that guy does. The manipulator copycat guy on the right doesn't seem like he's all that interesting, and he's probably really slow because it's a control effect. And in the red, white, black, we have a human cleric, and both of these guys on the cover have flying, and they're both generals. All the cover ones are generals, really. The one on the left has got flying and vigilance. The one on the right has just got flying. The one on the right's got like evil bat wings on her, and I'm really not sure how that fits into white, but we have black and red in there, so I guess it's okay. More interesting, it's a human cleric, and clerics can be bad, so yeah, I'm kind of interested in that. The one I'm most interested for is probably this black, red, and white one. In fan news, we have a whole squad of people over at mtgsalvation.com trying to crack the Phyrexian text and language as previewed by the first card previewed on the mothership site, with some really good and solid results. Link to the website forum thread down below, or you can copy this link into your browser window at forums.mtgsalvation.com/showthread.php and just type it in, you can find it. Here's a snippet from the thread itself. Taken from the preview card Elish Norn, plus from both Wizards MTG videos, they have found parts of the Phyrexian alphabet and rewritten it in a clear and higher resolution form. The thread is really cool, and any kind of flavor-loving player should definitely check it out. I was actually thinking about trying to crack it until I realized that the language is spoken phonetically, and I was like, yeah, I'm not that great on secondary languages the way it is. I'm going to pass on trying to crack this one. But it is a pretty interesting thread. Anyone who's interested in languages, magic lore, and puzzles might want to check it out. I thought it was pretty cool. Some awesome card alters I found this week from Big Up over on MTG Salvation. We have some really cool like 3D, I want to say water wave effects, but they're more smoky than watery. They're really cool how they turned out, and I'm really loving Big Up's style. I'm previewing a lot of his stuff today. This is his work on Magic cards, and I'm trying to give him credit here. So if you really like his work, go ahead over to MTG Salvation, sign up, and tell him how much you love his work. I'll provide a link to his to the altered card art thread in the subbar below, where everything's going today apparently. Yogg07 is one of my more favorite artists on there, and his work on Yawgmoth's Will on the far right is really reminiscent of Ron Spencer. Really good job to Yogg07. And the Skithiryx Blight Dragon looks really awesome. I especially like the stamp of Phyrexia in the middle, how it kind of drips down. I thought that was really awesome as well. Andel the Fool did this nice rendition of Elspeth Knight Errant. I really dig his style. Regrettably, I couldn't find more of his work right away as I was trying to gather information for the video, but his style is always changing. He's always trying out new things. He's definitely an artist I look to when I want to find something really cool and interesting. And Big Up has got a nice looking Tombstalker right there. Definitely check out a high res. At the bottom subbar below is definitely a card worth looking at. It's amazing. Dynamium 71 did this really cool Solemn Simulacrum. I don't know why I love it so much. Probably because it's got like the Glimmer Void bottom, and he's looking at his reflection, and he's kind of curious, what's going on. For some reason, I think it's more like a duplicate effect, with the side mirror thing going on. But it's also got the other colors behind it, so it shows unity and a togetherness. I really like how that turned out. Wish I could have found more by him, but again, trying to slap this together as fast as I can for you. I'm going to end this video with some more stuff by Big Up. He actually did some gold leafing and some of the effects that Andel the Fool used as well. And all of these has got this obvious Christian-based Jesus look to them. It's the best way I'm going to describe it. The Wrath of God has got like the Jesus face and the destruction effect going on, but he's got the halo behind him, so it's like a purifying fire, as it were. The Pariah effect, which is kind of I'm not even going to touch that one. The Heretic and the Angel down below with the halos I really liked. But the thing that kind of confused me was the Demonic Tutor with the whole Jesus beard going on with the halo. I think he did it just for the laughs, but I don't know. I should really ask him, though. That's going to do it for this week, guys. The more subscribers, the more chances of more giveaways. I will be doing their giveaways soon. I was thinking about doing them like every 25 or 50 subscribers, but I got a lot of them this last, I want to say 2 weeks, so I might be doing one really soon. So I look forward to that.